Welcome to being incarnated on planet Earth. You are now gifted with the supernatural abilities because of our planet passing through a sector of the universe that activates God DNA within every man, woman, child. You are the new keeper of the flames of love. You are the keepers of supernatural powers when you invoke I am. And you are the gatekeeper of miracles every day and every way. I salute you in the spirit of Ubuntu. Ashe, Aho, Donada, Wado. So let it be spoken.
Yes, I am Lord Brahma, Master Vishnu, Shiva. Yes, I am Adonai. I am Elohim. I am Allah. I am Ra. I am Anu. I am Tengri. I am Ahura Mazda. I am Yahweh. I am Buddha. I am Krishna. I am Jehovah. I am Quetzalcoatl. I am Tahuti. I am Wakantanka. I am El Shaddai. I am Shekinah. I am Lord and Reality Master. Yes. Arm, leg, arm, head.
Family, I am here with a magical moment of young musicians. And this is Kim, Sister Kim, and she has a message about investing into the future musicians of our community. Sister Kim, tell us what you got here.
Hi everyone, Kim, proud parent of children at the Big Apple Leadership Academy for the Arts. We teach HBCU high stepping marching band to our kids from age 5 and up. It is a free after school program, tuitionless, and it's open to all. Our kids are amazing. If you can, jump on our website. We're looking for support, donations. Our kids need new instruments so that they can high step on. Our website is www.balaa.org, BALAA.org. And I appreciate the time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
And so family, listen up close. We're talking about investing in the artists of tomorrow. By investing in them, if you have a little expendable change to invest in the youth, the genius, this is the opportunity. And in this description on this video will be the details of sending your donation to PayPal or Zelle or Cash App.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. So thank you for your support. Our children are the future.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is Sheikh Sufi Ba. SheikhSufi@gmail.com. CHEIKHSUFI@gmail.com. Opening prayer for the greatest shaman that I know in the West, Brother Ankh, Rising Sun. A'udhu billahi bismillahi inna waliyullahu. A'udhu billahi bismillahi inna waliyullahu. أعوذ بالله بسم الله إن ولي الله اللهم صل على محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والكاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره ومقداره العظيم.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanirrahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'een. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladina an'amta alayhim. Ghair maghdubi alayhim. Waladwallin. Alhamdulillah. Dr. Sanada Kamara, co-founder of Temple Mother Earth, sending love, peace, and abundance prayer to everyone around the world.
Blessed love, this is Jah Lion King, you know. Praise God for the order of fellowship. Yeah, man, praise Jah Lion King for the order of fellowship. Give thanks to life, give thanks to health and strength, you know. Give thanks to positiveness, give thanks to consciousness, give thanks to righteousness, give thanks to love. Give thanks to Idol Flatter, Jah, Rastafari, you know. Universal love, you know, one and all, you know. Give thanks to all good things and all abundance and all blessing and then approaching a new year, you know. Praying for everyone to be conscious, righteous, loving, caring, sympathetic, loving each other, you know. For each other, you know, because God is love and love is God, you know, so let us all love, you know. And remember, love is the key that opens all doors, no matter what race or nation. Love is the key that opens the door for only Mount Sinai. And whosoever enter in, ever live in life shall have, you know. So love is the key, you know. So peace and love to the world, you know, and blessing and prosperity and joy and happiness and goodness for the 2024 coming from Andrew Priest, Jah Lion King. If you want to contact I, 347-444-4460. Give thanks to life. Jah, Rastafari, Holy Emmanuel, Selassie. Jah, Rastafari, Holy King Emmanuel, Scepter, Jah, Rastafari. Heal the might, heal the strong, and the might, I am the I am. Holy John, Marcus, Messiah, Gavi, I, Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. Live it, but fearfully, but sure, my Lord. Jah, give thanks and repeat the lion. My Lord, first.
Beloved mighty omnipresent, great hosts of sitting and ascended masters, great angelicals, great cosmic beings who govern the system of worlds and the seven light below. Lord, we call upon your grace to heal the earth of the actions of the sinister forces. Their plan is to eliminate the population in the most horrible and murderous ways. They have already poisoned our food with things we can't even pronounce. They poison the water with fluoride. They poison the air with chemtrails. They have poisoned the medicine with side effects that will kill you if you take it. And they have poisoned the technology against mankind. They have weaponized all these things against mankind. We call upon your grace to free us from the sinister forces whose diabolical plan is to make this world the most hellish place. America, which was the light of the world, that was brought to the world, established in this world, to make every human being here ascendant, and then to have that spread throughout the world. Lord, we ask you to incarnate in this very planet, incarnate in mass, incarnate with sitters and ascended masters, with divine beings of every type, to bring in revolutions of meditation, revolution of mantra repetition, revolution of chanting, revolution of spreading love and light, revolutions of knowledge. Lord, we call upon you to empower us with our divine selves, so that we can rid the world of these very sinister forces whose aim is to do nothing but create this place to be a Sodom and Gomorrah. We already know that Earth is the most wicked planet in the universe. Let us turn it to be the light of the world, so that it is the greatest planet in the universe, so that we excel even what is happening in the great central sun. As a matter of fact, Lord, we ask all the beings from the great central sun to incarnate on the earth, to incarnate on the earth, to incarnate on the earth within us, so that we could do the work that I'm begging for now. Oh Lord, I ask this in the name of Swami Muktananda Paramahansa, Bhagavan Nityananda, Guru Mahachiv Lasananda, beloved Saint Germain, Lord Jesus the Christ, Lord Buddha, Allah, and the great Sundar Kumar. Almighty I am, Almighty I am, Almighty I am.
Greetings, loved ones. My prayer for you for 2024 is to be in a vibrational receiving match. A vibrational receiving match for happiness, for giving, for gratitude, for wisdom, for discernment, with abundance of blessings, for your soul tribe, for your soulmate, for your open-mindedness, for your spiritual growth, for divine love, and for a healthy, emotional, physical, spiritual body. I wish you all these things and pray that you receive all these things in the year 2024. I'm taking on languages. Ashe, Amin, and Namaste. You can reach me at Instagram, Sequoia_spirit, that is SEQUOIA. Again, I wish you all these blessings and so much more in the year of 2024. Thank you.
Amor, 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 amor. El mensaje es el amor. Ama a tu hermano como a ti mismo. Eso es amor. Amor, 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 amor. El mensaje es el amor. Ama a tu hermana como a ti misma. Eso es amor. Grandes fuerzas de la paz crezcan siempre, siempre más. Que reine la paz y acaben las fronteras. Todos somos uno.
Aboru, aboye, aboshishe, alafia, ubuntu, assalamu alaikum, assalamu alongo, sanda, om namah shivaya. I give you praise in the name, shalom, whatever your wonderful, wonderful beliefs and your system of beliefs is, we give praise. But we give praise to the Olodumare, the Olorum, the Somole, the Agbamole, Efunfuni, Legi, Pupu, Tekunani, Samujuano, what their room, Mojuba, Mudemo, Male, Mafon, Matibo, Joe. We give praise to the God who is the owner of today, the owner of yesterday, and the owner of all days to come. He to whom the Rumole and Agbamole exist to know his laws and command, originating creator, all things discovered and yet to be discovered. We give praise to our grand, powerful ancestors, those wise ones who come, give us directions, light, love, and help us to be able to receive the benefit in our life. We ask that you be able to embrace the great divinity of Rumila, the one who is witness creation, second only to all Damari, the owner of medicine, more powerful than man, the immense orbit that fought the day of death. He too who is the perfect in the house of wisdom. He is able to heal and to regenerate creatures of ill luck and bring them perfectly back into homeostasis, understanding, light, and love, and helping you to embrace the love of the universe as we give praise to all the creatures of the universe, everything that moves and reverberates, and the vibration that moves in your life. Allow you to find goodness, allow you to find health and vitality, strength to move forward for the accomplishment of all the goals that you have set for you and your family. My name is Babalao Oluwole Abiyomi Fakunle Ade Tuti Ronkolo de Manyansa. My nickname is Babalao of Harlem. We send greetings to you today. As you at www.ifakunle.com, you can reach me and we will talk. Peace.
Yes, I am Lord Brahma, Master Vishnu, Shiva. Yes, I am Adonai. I am Elohim. I am Allah. I am Ra. I am Anu. I am Tengri. I am Ahura Mazda. I am Yahweh. I am Buddha. I am Krishna. I am Jehovah. I am Quetzalcoatl. I am Tahuti. I am Wakantanka. I am El Shaddai. I am Shekinah. I am Lord and reality master. Yes. Arm, leg, arm. Keep on smiling. Be the very best you are.
Putting out a call to the warrior in you, to the healer in you, the king, the queen, the magician, the lover in you. Every single day, we are called to walk in our purpose. Answer the call. Lay down your burden and anything that holds you back and take your rightful place. The battle is everywhere. It's right in your face. Let's go.
Welcome to Magnets, Crystals, and Pyramids. Success is your destiny. Yes,
Greetings and welcome, Islam, to all my brothers and sisters. Islam as I, self, law, am master. Islam like arm, leg, arm, head. You, I, we are divinity incarnate with amnesia in various degrees. We started a little early tonight. Brother Abdullah will be on shortly, along with his featured guest. Let's take the time while he's coming on to focus on our hearts, known as Atlantean Egyptian tongue, Nuk Pu Nuk, I am that I am, or in the ancient Indian words, Om Shanti, I am peaceful soul, or just saying, I am in me, I am in you, I am in the listening audience now and in the future. We are energy of eternity. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. Only our bodies peel away, but consciousness can rise or fall like the ebb and flow of the tides. So we strive in the momentum of our ancestors' blessings upon this wooden stage of life to increase our frequency, to reach love supreme in every day, in every way. So without further ado, we're going to bring on Brother Abdullah El Talib and his featured guests. So fire up. Like the fire engines you're hearing, fire up. This is the year of fire. It is a 9. Listen to the flames of your heart. Burn, baby, burn. And let yourself be purified. Ashe, Aho, Donada, Wado, Amen, Amen. So let it be spoken, so let it be done.
Peace, everyone. Oh, man, I'm so excited. We are part 2. Brother Israel will be bringing up the title for the day, part 2, Truth or Misconception. Are Masons and Eastern Stars, Moorish Masons, quote unquote, Black Masons and Eastern Stars, taught the truth about the astronomy and mathematics, Masonic symbols, nationality, history. So this is part 2. We have Brother El Kanah with us today. We have our co-pilot, Brother Israel Bey, who's so supporting us once again. So last week we didn't have Brother El Kanah, and everything is fine with him. So we're gonna get started. Brother El Kanah, introduce yourself.
Greetings, family.
Or do an opening, rather,
All right. All right. Greetings again, family. I'm El Kanah Bey, past Grandmaster, and I'll leave it at 33rd degree. I want to dispel some of these myths that we have out here, about Masons and Masonry. So let's get it in.
Get it in. So Israel will bring up the screen. We had, when I posted the question last week, before, I think a couple of days before part one, we had about 20 comments, and we took 6 of the comments or responses to the question, and we're going to analyze those 6 responses during this part 2. Now, I said last week that both Kanah and I have experience in dealing with Masons. His experience is that Kanah is a member of the order. And been 35 years. So his experience is dealing with Masons and Ancient Stars as a member of the order. My experience is dealing with Masons, mostly Masons and a few Ancient Stars, is that I am not a member of the order, but I have dealt with Masons and Ancient Stars, and that I've spoken at, as I said last week, at a few Masonic lodges. I've written Moorish Mondays Part 1, Part 2, the Masonic Conference Square, the connection, the Masonic connection and measurement of timekeeping, my newspaper, Masonic Gate. I mentioned last week that I was on Sonetta TV for the first time in November of 2011, and then 2012 and 13, and as a result of being on my Sonetta TV, Masons called me from different parts of the country. So my experience is dealing with Masons, but not as a member. So now we have Brother Kanah, we can parallel our experiences. So what we're going to do is we're going to get started with those comments, Israel, spring up those responses to the questions. Once again, welcome everyone to Moorish Monday with Abdullah Il Talib Mosi Bey. This is part 2 of Truth or Misconception, or Masons, or quote unquote Black Masons and Eastern Stars taught astronomy, mathematics of the symbols, history, nationality, and birthright. So here's the question. Truth or misconception, are Black, quote unquote, Black Masons, Ancient Stars taught the astronomy and mathematics of Masonic symbols, nationality, birthright, and history? So this is part 2. So we're going to delve right into those comments. So we took 6 of the 20 comments, and since then there's been more comments. And then also type your questions in as we go through this. Type your questions in or comments. All right. So Israel, read number 1. Brother Kanah, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I didn't hear the question.
Read number 1. I was asking Israel, but he can't hear me. All right, read number 1, Israel.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yes.
Yep.
All right, so let me get back to it. Number 1, Malik Kador Bey, no problem, because astronomy has nothing to do with our sovereignty, freedom, or economic well-being. It's cool to know astronomy, though, but how will astronomy help our situation? Real question.
All right, Kanah thought, and I thought that this is a very great response, and because it gave us opportunity, it gives us opportunity to really delve in and provide great clarification. Kanah, you want to start?
Yeah, I'll start. And let's do this in a kind of in a way of academia.
Yeah, absolutely.
Israel, do piece the question. Give me the question in part, real quick. Now I know everybody understands the question fully, the full question, but I just want to go ahead and ask it in part, chunk it. Yeah.
Yeah. So the question is, to sum it up, how will astronomy help our situation? But you want me to like point
Okay,
out
yeah, but they were. Well, no, I
like,
was just saying you gave me a summary of it, but I want the full question, but I just want the layer of it. I can't see that small print,
Yeah,
so I'm
he
gonna be
wants to
honest
get
with you. I can't
response. He
see
gets
that.
read the full. Yeah, he wants to read the full response and then read it in parts. That's what he's asking.
all right, no problem, because astronomy has nothing to do with our sovereignty, freedom, or economic well-being. It's cool to know astronomy though, but how will astronomy
Okay,
help
so
our
stop. Let's stop. Okay, so let's stop it right there at the astronomy part. The astronomy. Go ahead. You said the astronomy part, and you said it's cool to know astronomy. So it says the astronomy. So first of all, as far as the astronomy, and I don't believe you asked. Is that taught in the lodge? You didn't ask that
No,
part. You
he's
just
saying that
said
astronomy has nothing to do. That's no. The answer he's giving, no, they're not taught. That no, meaning that they're not taught
yeah, that's true.
astronomy or
That's true.
mathematics because
That's true.
astronomy has nothing to do with our sovereignty. That's part of it.
Okay.
All right. So, all right, you
All right.
clear?
So let's stop
Astronomy
it
has
right there.
nothing to do
Let's
with our
stop, yeah.
sovereignty.
All right. So let's look at that. Let's look at that. Astronomy has nothing to do with our sovereignty. And that I'm just gonna say is wrong. That's incorrect because astronomy does have something to do with our sovereignty as it relates to our culture. All right. So when we take a look at the astronomy, as far as astronomy, learning just the astronomy, looking at the navigation, looking at explanation to a lot of different things that we take a look at. Like for a good example, we talk about the resurrection. We talk about the son dying and then he rises up again. Well, that's not talking about as people would say Christ. That's not talking about him or Yeshua or whatever. That's not talking about him. The story came from that, yeah. But the fact of the matter is, what that's talking about is the sun. You're dealing with the winter solstice and the summer solstice. This is dealing with the winter solstice as far as resurrection. Again, we're talking about astronomy. So we're looking at the sun going down. We're looking at the sun taking its course, and it's going from the summer solstice to June 21st, and it's going down to the winter solstice on December the 21st. And what happens here is the sun has a apparent death, or it's hidden for 3 days, and then it rises again. So from the 22nd, 23rd, and the 24th, it is hidden, and then it's an apparent death, and then it starts to rise. But the importance of that, of bringing that up, using that, the storyline as far as people's mindset, looking at, well, we look at the resurrection and to clarify that story or to clarify that analogy, it's looking at the resurrection of the sun. All right. And the thing about the astronomy again as well is, again, we're dealing with sun, we're dealing with the moon, we're dealing with the stars, we're dealing with the planets. So not just in a vague way talking about the navigation, but we're also looking at the ability to be able to tell time. We're looking at the ability to be able to plant, when to plant, when to harvest, things of that nature. So that's major as far as us knowing, when to eat and how to set the days as far as the calendar and things of that nature. So that's all a part of astronomy. So that's a false statement to say that astronomy, how is that going to actually help us? That helps that helps us a lot. That's very major.
All right. No, all right. Once again, not help us in that way. He's the all right. Let's be specific though. has nothing to do with our sovereignty.
Right.
All right. So
Okay.
not only that it will help us, but it has everything to do with our sovereignty. As you mentioned very clearly, that without this knowledge, without the knowledge of, if China did not have the knowledge of navigation, that no one in China has the knowledge of navigation, then then they become what? They a dependent country. All right, no knowledge of a navigating ship, because all right, so the navigation of ships deals with trade. So now we talking governance, right? Trade and import,
commerce, all that.
Export,
Yep.
because
Import,
as we talk about shipping, which is largely used for import, or in this case, export. So China would not be importing like another country. I got the hiccups.
Would have to do it.
I got the hiccups.
Yeah.
So someone take it over. So let me get some water. Got the hiccup.
So yeah, China would not have anything. China would not be sovereign. They'd have to depend on another nation, another sovereign nation, in order to do their import and their export, as far as their commerce is concerned, as far as trade is concerned. So they would be dependent upon another foreign nation to not only build them up, but just for them to function. So the sovereignty plays a very, very important part, because what happens is you need to be able to be in control of your own finances. You need to be in control for yourself. You need to be in control of commerce and things of that nature. So yeah, the sovereignty is astronomy plays a big role in that, because again, we're talking about navigation. We're talking about being able to navigate and being able to own, finances, your livelihood, things of that nature, farming, So yeah, you definitely need astronomy to deal with your sovereignty. So yes. I don't. Abdullah's not with us right now, so I'm going to say let's move on. And he can always touch back on that one. But yeah, what's the next part of it? I'm trying to remove this thing on my phone.
It says it has nothing to do with our freedom. Astronomy has nothing to do with our freedom.
It has nothing to do with our freedom. But then again, that ties right back to governance. That ties back to the our freedom, our power, our governance, being able to govern ourselves, things of that nature. So astronomy, it works again in that same capacity, because we need astronomy in order for us to be able to have, in order for us to have freedom. Because here's this: if we had control, as far as astronomy again, if we had, and it ties into the astronomy part also kind of ties into our culture as well, because what happens is, knowing Moorish culture, that's a part of astronomy, but then also we deal with our treaties. We deal with treaties that helps us. That's that is the protection that we actually need, or treaty protections and things of that nature. That's the law that helps us to be able to have power or have freedom to be able to have control over ourselves, over our country, things of that nature. And when I say our country, I'm looking specifically at the fact that we have the United States. If we knew our culture, which includes the astronomy, then and we tie that in with the treaties, then that's all a part of it. So I don't want to belabor the point, but that's all a part of it. So yes, it does have something to do with our freedom. It does have something to do with our freedom. So and again, we need to tie into our culture, our nationality, all of those things. They build into it. But the fact of the matter is, the astronomy just it plays a small part of it. But that's all. I can't separate one from the other. They all tie in together.
Right.
So
all right, let's address a second. How will astronomy help our situation? Let's talk in terms of the lodge now. Let's talk in terms of both Masons and Eastern Stars. How will astronomy help our situation? Now there are
was that part two of question one, or is this question two?
Part two of question one. Part two of question one.
So I was answering that.
All right. Yeah, but I want to give my insight onto it. Yeah. All right. But with how will it help our situation? So I'm going to come from the perspective of why I put out the Masonic Gate. As I said last week, when I was on Senator TV in November of 2011 for the first time, Senator asked me, why did I put out the newspaper, the Masonic Gate? And I said to him, to network and connect with Masons and Eastern Stars, Moors classified as Negro, color, black. So how would astronomy help our situation in that regards of networking and outreaching to having the knowledge, the mathematical and astronomical knowledge of measurement tools and devices misrepresented as Masonic symbols? How would that help our situation? Well, it will enable us to network and outreach to Mason, Ancient Stars, because so this will Kanah, I want him to come in on this. All right. And so, and having this knowledge, we can reach out to them. So, because they say how it help our situation. And what is our situation? Our situation is that a lot of our people are unaware of as to who they are. So let's look at what let's clarify, or let's define or identify what our situation is. All right. Yes, we're under European conquest and colonization, the continuation of that. Yes, we're subjugated. Absolutely. We also have a situation where millions of our people are unaware of who we are as a people. That is a situation. That is our situation too. Millions of our people are unaware who they are. So that's so in part, this would help in this situation for us to work, to our brothers and sisters. Kanah, support me on that.
Yeah. So again, and I'm gonna double back to what I was saying earlier. How would it help us as far as our freedom and things of that nature? It would help us again because in using the word astronomy, again, we have to tie in our culture. We have to tie in our, knowing who we are, knowing the nationality, knowing about treaties, and treaty protection and things of that nature. So I spent a few minutes earlier talking about that, but then also, for us being able to, as Abdullah is saying, the follow up to that, or the extra to that, is looking at the networking and looking at us being able to galvanize as a community, especially dealing with myself, looking at the Masons and Eastern Stars and saying, hey, you know what? Let's come together. And as we come together, we start looking at the symbols and the tools and different things, and we're educating each other and others. That's the other thing about it. Once we educate each other, and we educate others about, the symbols, and we start the networking and talking about, the culture and looking at who we are. And then we won't be, if we can figure out, or if we can learn or talk about the misconceptions and the misorientation, then we start acting different. We start thinking different. We don't have the same confusion about not knowing about our nationality, about not knowing about law, and not knowing about treaties and things of that nature. So as we are able to form a community, conscious community, and that starts to grow, then what happens is the tricks and the games that are being played upon us, it no longer happens. So now we're freeing ourselves, because now we become more educated and more astute about the games that are being played, the tricknology, and then we can go ahead and we can start freeing up more people, because right now we're in a very sad state. And then part of that also too is we see the killing and the raping and the different things that we're doing to ourselves. So that's the behavior that's left in wait, that's lying in wait, because what happens is now we're starting to acting out in accordance to our mindset. So we're looking at Invocations Divina, and I want Abdullah to talk a little bit more about that, because it stops that behavior. It stops that behavior as we start becoming conscious about who we are and knowing who we are, right? Through the astronomy, which is going to be very helpful for that, a major part. And then looking at the mathematics and all of that other stuff, the sciences, all of this stuff comes together in order to help us out to, remove the tricknology and the blinders over our eyes, so we can understand what the mission is for us, as far as knowledge of self, and then we move and we behave different. So Abdullah, can you talk a little bit more about the Invocations Divina and the Spanish Bulla?
All right, the Invocations Divina is Pope Alexander the Sixth papal bull, March 6th, 1493. There's 3 or 4 Invocations Divina. This one in particular is March 6th, 1493, that deals with, colonizing and conquering North America, Central America, and South America. All right, so that was given to Spain, a bulla for Spain to conquer our land under the auspices of the papacy, the church. So how does what maintains it is our massive ignorance. So that key. So what the situation is that we're in a state as a people of massive ignorance. We've been dehumanized as a people. The native people of Hawaii, the United States did not dehumanize the native people of Hawaii. What I mean by that, the United States invaded Hawaii, 1893, has been subjugating Hawaii's, dismantled the kingdom by putting their queen in the house arrest in 1893 in her own palace. So there's a dismantling of the kingdom of Hawaii when they've lost their Hawaiian sovereignty. They've been under United States subjugation since 1893. United States annexed Hawaii, the kingdom of Hawaii. Meaning that they had not been dehumanized in that they were not classified as yellow or brown, where the children weren't taken from them and placed in orphanages that 1 day old, 5 day old, days old, 10 days old, or a month old, or 3 years old, and conditioned that you're brown. You're brown. You're brown. And then they're growing up and saying, say it loud, I'm brown and I'm plowed. Hey, brown man. Hey, brown man. Like they don't have that experience. So they weren't dehumanized. They weren't stripped. I mean, the children taken away, and they have the knowledge of the culture, of the dances. They have the knowledge of the history. They know what happened to their queen. They can talk on it. They protested. They're working. There's people like me, us over there, that's working to recover the lost Hawaiian sovereignty. All right. So they were never without the knowledge of the history, of the culture, the dances, the language. They were never without that. United States didn't do that. All right. They subjugating them, but they didn't dehumanize them and put on record that they're brown. All right. So we've been dehumanized, not only denationalized, but dehumanized and stripped of the knowledge, our culture, rituals, celebrations, holidays, names, nationality, etc. That's major. So, this knowledge, so that's the intercatera divine is also a part of that as well, because in order to, to maintain the subjugation without revolt, we maintain the subjugation without uprising. All right. Maintain the subjugation for generations. And it's where it's perpetual. They dehumanized us and stripped us of knowledge of who we are. That's Spain and France and Great Britain, the Dutch, Portugal, and it's been maintained by the United States. So we can go to the next one.
All right. Number 2, Zamar Latif Thompson, Brother Abdullah Bey. They are known as Franklins. Etymology meaning hint, hint. That's restored in my vocabulary now. So to answer your question is, they have been exposed to these truths, but it is very limited. However, depending on how trustworthy one is willing to go to receive that enlightenment, well, that's a different story, as Matt Austin Bey said. Austin Bey. All right, so Brother Abdullah, breaking it down, Brother Abdullah Bey, they are known as Franklins.
All right, he did mention that they're taught a little bit. Kanah, you want to address that before I?
Yeah. You know what? And forgive me for my ignorance. I have no idea what a Franklin is. So but okay. So I'll address it. I can't hear you. You're mute. I can't hear.
Just address the fact.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
get
Okay.
caught up with Franklin. Don't get caught up with Franklin. Just address the fact
So the
that
fact
they know
is,
they taught a little bit of it. They taught a little bit of it.
no, we're not taught none of it. We're not taught none of it. You know, and I said 33rd degree, but and I guess that's good enough because I just say it that way. In my travels, and I've traveled for 35 years, and I've traveled pretty much close to the highest degree in masonry, or close to it anyways. And we don't we don't get any, there's nothing, we don't get any information that deals with mathematics in the sense of sacred geometry, or any aeronautical engineering or parsecs. We don't get any. None of that stuff is written in our rituals. None of that stuff is anything that's given to us. We don't have any. There's no obligation that we take that tells us, well, you got some knowledge that can free your people and free your mind. No, we don't have that. And if we holding on to it, no. That's not true. So I mean I don't know how far I can go with that, but the fact of the matter is we don't have anything that we have in our rituals that we go through, that we learn about, that talks about anything that's dealing with any of the sciences. We don't go into, not to the extent of, well, I'm gonna say not to the extent, we just don't have anything that goes into that. So no, that's not true. And I think it's better for me to respond that way because that's the truth. But instead of getting into something real deep, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing. There's no secrets that we hide, that we have, that is that's a key to unlocking some benevolent mysteries, or whatever the case it is. I mean, there is some information that we talk about, and things of that nature, but nothing that's dealing with astronomy and freedom and nationality. No, we don't do it. We don't do any of that. We don't.
I remember that. This is good because that is what people think. That is what conscious Moors, and maybe some unconscious Moors, that's what they've been taught. They've been taught that y'all are sellouts. They've been taught that y'all all know. They've been taught that y'all are keeping the secrets. That's what's been taught. I was taught that. I held y'all with a long spoon handle. I was taught that. I was taught that y'all sellouts. I viewed y'all as sellouts. So my first 2000, maybe my first 15 years, I viewed y'all as sellouts. I viewed y'all because that was implanted in me. That's all. It was no, it was no finding of facts. Nobody presented no finding of facts. It's conditioning. Let's be clear. They all know, no one who ever taught that y'all sell out, y'all know. There was no finding of facts. Let's be clear, y'all. Please hear me. I was never presented with finding of facts, no evidence, nothing that they're sellouts, nothing that they all know. Let's be clear. Let's use, all right? Neither have y'all. Those who are listening to me, y'all have never, please, we're not gonna lie now. Let's not lie. Y'all have never been presented with any evidence and or finding of facts that our brothers and sisters who are in the Masonic orders and Eastern Star chapters and Daughter of Isis know the truth about Moorish history. Know the truth about our Moorish nationality. Know the truth about the astronomy and mathematics of the symbols. There was no finding of facts that was ever presented to me. It's just merely conditioning, like Pavlov's dog. They all know. Y'all sellouts. And all I did, like those who are listening to me, and those who will listen later on, was that, like Pavlov's dog, I just repeated it. That's it. Let's be clear now. Let's be clear. Let's not lie. Let's not lie. Let's not lie. Let's be clear. All right? Because I'm telling you, they're lying. I'll call them a liar. I'm telling you now. If someone says to you or me or whoever that they would get, they're liar. They're liar. I'm not changing my word. They're a liar. It's just conditioning with someone people that they respect, and they hear that and they run with it. That's just, I'm the horse, y'all. I'm the horse. I'm saying, let's be clear now. So you got this been going on for a while now. They sellouts, they all know. Without any finding of facts now. Let's be clear.
And I wanna add something right here. A lot of people, and I did this the same way when I came to Masonry, or before I came to Masonry, I was like, it's gotta be, it's something that's going on. I did know that, back, I don't know about maybe how far, and this is just myself, maybe 1800s and even 1900s early. If you were a Mason or you were involved in Masonry, it initially was for those individuals who were very astute, those individuals who were who had the money and power and things of that nature. And then these guys, they got together, you know what I'm saying? And this is how the organization was kind of letting in people. You had to have something to contribute, you know what I'm saying? You had to be at a certain statute to even get in. All right. And some grand lodges set themselves up like that, you know what I'm saying? But that's not what it's that's not what Masonry is set up for. It's not set aside to do that. There, like I said, there are some grand lodges that do that have people of prominence that are in their grand lodges and in their lodges, therefore, as well. And there's some benefits that you get, you know what I'm saying? But that's with any organization. You can't just blame that on Masonry. That's not just for the Masons. That's for anybody. Anybody has that situation, you know. Any organization. You want to look at NAACP, or you want to look at not that they would, you know, but I mean, you got different people that are of prominence, and you bring those people in your organization, and yeah, you benefit from that, you know. Now, for Masonry, it is for us, it's a peculiar system of morality, right? So the system of morality that's veiled in allegory and it's illustrated through symbols. So that's what it is, and that's why we talk so much. That's why me and Abdullah talk so much as far as about symbols are concerned, because yes, it's you were looking at the astrology of the symbols. We're looking at placing a meaning to the symbols as it relates to building a person up. You know, these are teachings. We learn teachings that are conveyed through symbolic stories, dealing with you may look at the sun, or you may look at the star, and you say, well, as the star is this way, so is man. So we look at these particular astrological depictions, or whatever the case it is, or representations. And the goal is to promote a moral character, for each of us as far as members are concerned. So, one of our biggest stories, of course, we talk about the grand architect of the universe. We talk about King Solomon. We talk about different things like that. But again, these are just lessons. All right, these are lessons that we really talk about, and we use different tools. Like we always say, that these are symbols, but these symbols are tools, and that's really our biggest thing that we talk about, is that these tools are these symbols are tools, and they are used. They are used, but again, all of this that we're dealing with is all dealing with a system of morality. You know what I'm saying? That's again veiled in allegory. No one has the secret to the atomic bomb. Nobody knows you know what I'm saying, how deep the ocean is, and where to get plankton from, and what type of algae is going to cure cancer. No, so that's it. Be fortunate that now, because in 20 years ago, 40 years ago, 60 years ago, 80 years ago, you wouldn't even have a conversation. You wouldn't even have this type of conversation at all. Period. So the world was shut out. Now the world is being opened up, but now it's being told the truths. It's being told the truth. At least that's what we're doing, and telling these particular truths. So yeah, we deal with rituals and degrees. We deal with symbols and tools. We have some key stories that we always tell, or whatever the case it is. But again, this is just about systems like of morality. You know what I'm saying? And we have the allegory. So that's it. That's it. There's no, I'm telling you that right now. There's no, that doesn't exist. That's false. That's false. So anybody that's thinking that, conscious more, unconscious more, whomever you are, get that out of your head. We don't have any. There's nothing now. If there happens to be a brother that knows some information, he knew that information before he came into the lodge. And the thing behind it is he ain't shared it. I mean, maybe in his lodge he might have shared it, but most of us, to be honest with you, we'll push you away. Be like, no, brother, we not dealing with that. We not on that. No, we might not even let you talk about it if you do know whatever it is that you're talking about. So no, that's not true.
Well put, man. That's why I need you, man. That's why I need you, because we Batman and Robining it, and we bust, because we balance each other. I said I said before, we both have experience dealing with Masons and Eastern Stars, mostly with Masons with for me. But I am not a member, so my dealings and speaking at conferences and things like that, and my newspaper, my book is coming from a perspective, from a position of someone out of the order, not a member. Whereas El Kanah, who now has the knowledge that I have, is he, in his experience for 35 years, is that he is a member of the order. So he has a different experience, and so it adds great value, to the presentation. Let's look at the next one.
Number three. Number three, King Roy Brandell. I think they are taught all of those things, but by that time they might have sworn an oath to not reveal the things spoken.
Do you want to? You see it? Go ahead, El Kanah.
That almost sounds like the question before, but you know what? I give. I'm sorry, y'all. They teach us all of this, and I'm the grand poobah of it all. It's been me all this time and reincarnated. Yes, that is no, man. No, let me just stop. We don't get no. There's no oath that we take that takes us that says no, you can't reveal this information to the public or whatever the case it is. Now, what we can't reveal to the public, the oath that we did take is for us, just like with any other fraternity or sorority, we have taken things that says, hey, this is the handshake, this is the grip, this is the word and the whole 9 yards or whatever the case it is. Yeah, we've taken that. And are we revealing that? No, we're not revealing that, right? There's no need. You're not in the organization. You don't need to know that. You know what I'm saying? But the fact of the matter is it something that can help our why wouldn't we? Come on, that you got to use common knowledge. You got to think about this. Why would we have some information? At least if we're not gonna give it to you who are not my blood, right? And we gotta look at that because we're all connected, as Moors through our consanguinity, through our DNA, through our bloodline. So I can say, well, my brother, I give him the information, or I give it to my sister or my cousin. But no, we don't have there's no information, there's no knowledge that we have that we're hiding from the masses. We don't have, there's no obligation that's given us that, because first of all, we don't have the knowledge in order for us to be able to hide it. So then we can't have any obligation that tells us you have to have the information. You go through the degree and then you get the knowledge, and then you take the as you go through the degree, you get you within that degree, you're given a oath. Just like with any fraternity or any sorority, you're given an oath that says, do not reveal the information that we've given you here. So yeah, that information, we've taken that oath to say that, but we haven't received anything. We haven't received not anything that's going to free our people. No. So no, that's again, and that's what we're doing. We're unveiling the mysteries. We're unveiling the misconceptions. Yeah, we're doing that. We're doing that right now. So yeah, so that's why we're talking about that. But go ahead, Abdullah.
I don't have anything to add to that.
I mean, that's
because I would very well put. But remember,
Yeah, right,
your
right.
experience. See, because remember that your experience, you can more speak to that than I can, brother.
True.
So,
So I mean, there's nothing. You know what I'm saying? No. You're right. You're right. As far as masonry, I'm just saying it this way. There's no. Let me just dispel this and say it. Be redundant about it. No, there's no. There's no. I'm pretty high. I'm pretty high. Now what I probably won't do is go into the different houses and the levels and the levels and the levels and going higher, but the fact of the matter is there is nothing that we get that is outside of the public. And I'll give you an insight. Family, all right, Moorish family, even non-Moorish family. I'm gonna give you an insight. When you get all the way up, you climb the ladder, then you climb the rope, then you climb the wall, then you climb up to the clouds or whatever the case it is. There's nothing, there's nothing. I just got to say it that way, because then I don't want to lie and just put something out there and just be like, oh man. There's nothing. I'm sorry, guys, but there's nothing. And I wish there was something. I wish the statement were true. I wish we did have something. I wish we did, but we don't. I mean, we don't. Unfortunately, we don't. I wish we did, though.
All right, next one.
All right. Number 4, Noble Jalil Amir Bey. No, No, I know a lot of Prince Hall's Mason who know nothing about nationality or Moors.
And no Prince Hall Masons who knew nothing about nationality and Moors. And I said the brothers, once again, be on Senator TV. First time was November 2011, and three times and 3 or 4 times in 2012. I think twice in 2013. And I got calls from all over the country. And how I know, it's because as a result of they're watching Senator TV, because they would say, I wouldn't have, I didn't have to ask. But Abdullah, this is so-and-so from so-and-so. I got your number from Senator TV. That's how that's how they introduce themselves. Right, so that's how I know. And there were calls from all over. And they wanted to get the newspaper. When I did the lecture at the King Solomon Grand Lodge in Washington, D.C., Newby, Robert Newby was the Grand Master. He's past Grand Master now, but he was Grand Master at the time. And that was in July of 2013. That was my most popular DVD. That's the Moorish. It's on YouTube. So I didn't put it on YouTube. Somebody put my whole doggone thing on YouTube. You know what I mean? It's called the Moorish, because it's on YouTube. The Moorish Connection to Masonry. Just Google Moorish Connection to Masonry, Abdullah Bey. It'll pop right on up. All right. And I sold that for 20. That was my most popular. Brothers were calling for that. They were calling for I had it marketed on the back of the newspaper. And then I would also market it on Senator TV. So they were calling to get the newspaper. They were also calling to get that DVD. And they didn't know. They were calling with sincerity to learn. I got calls from Masons all over the country. So I'm just saying that's my experience. So if they knew this, why would they be calling me? Like, why would they be calling me? I'm on Senator TV breaking it down now. I would give Senator, I would send Senator the questions to ask me. So that's how the presentation was. That's how it was structured. I send Senator the questions, and then he would read the questions, and I would answer. That's how it was structured. All the presentations were structured that way. You know how I do. I'm well structured. I don't do no freelancing. All that no. I was prepared. Had my notes and things, but I had a lot of stuff in my head. You know what I mean? So, and I would, if I had to read something, I would read it. And I actually went to Senator. Like, I didn't it wasn't like this. You know what I mean? It wasn't where he sent me students. I actually went to, because I actually did it. I actually did on the day where it was on a Wednesday, because I went to New York, the class in New York at the National Black Theater every Wednesday, the Moorish History Heritage class in New York. I was there. So I made sure that whenever I did Senator TV, that I wouldn't have to just travel from Philadelphia to Senator just to do that. I did it, on the day that I was in New York. So I would just, go to his spot, and then he would, have me live. He would have me live. I would sit on the sky. Y'all seen Senator TV? He had his, how people go on, and Red Pill's been on there, and what's the name? Ali Muhammad, and he's had, I think he has Professor Griff, and he's had quite a few people on Senator TV. He's very popular. So, and I was one of them. So that's how that was. Like I said, brothers, it's mostly brothers would call me, and they were sincerely wanted to know. Like they said, they wanted to. This is before Moors and Masonry Part 1 came out. So I had the did the DVDs, and had my newspapers. And they really wanted the newspaper because I was breaking, as you know, I was breaking stuff down. My knowledge base was growing, by the day, and I was speaking with clarity about it, So that's my experience. So I from my experience of dealing with them, not as a member, and also the order, definitely, So they all know. And as I said before, that is just conditioning. That's somebody that they, people that conscious Moors respect. But once again, there was no finding of facts. Let's be clear now. I'm gonna say it again. I'll call you a liar. I ain't telling you. I will call someone a liar.
I would too.
I'm gonna use that word. I'm serious. I will call him a liar. If someone says that they had finding of facts, evidence, they're lying.
Yeah.
Because the one who put the people who presented that, they didn't present no finding of facts or evidence. They just was they was just saying it. They were just saying it. Then people like myself, I raised my hand. I was a poor parent. I'm just keeping it real. I was like everybody else, a poor parent, and I was parenting that, and I treated my brothers and sisters for 15 years like a long, because I viewed them as it's almost like I viewed y'all as the enemy. I'm just keeping it real. Just keep it real. The way it was conditioned, it's like we viewed y'all as an enemy. You see the division? Mm-hmm. I'm keeping it real. I'm talking about me. I would view Kanah as the enemy. I'm keeping it real, y'all. That's the conditioning. My brothers, please listen to me. Please. So when it became clear to me through study and research that this is actually astronomy and mathematics, I said, man, they don't know this. I said, you know what? I'm going to take the approach of uniting. I'm going to take the approach of outreaching. I'm going to take a different approach of uniting, outreaching, networking. And I taught other brothers. I had one-on-one sessions with other brothers, but it was Kanah that really took to it because he actually said, no, Abdullah, I want to know. I want to know so that I can go, teach him this. I mean, he explains things a lot because of the math, and I said this to him 5 years ago. He adds the math part, which is because it can't be done without the math. So that's the approach that I've taken of uniting, of developing rapport with them, not the division. All right, so this I'm loving this, man. And I was looking forward to this last week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All right. So
I'm gonna add one more thing, probably. So I will say this. Now I know this is gonna sound crazy because, like, well, wait a minute, you speaking for the other team in a way. I will say this. You've got Sir Isaac Newton, who I believe very well was a Mason, and he was also a mathematician. You know what I'm saying? And I heard of English Mason back in the 16th century named John D or something like that, John Lee or John D, who was a Mason. He was a mathematician and a astronomer and an astrologer. Well, astrology is already part of Masonry. We already talk about making comparisons to inanimate objects or even ourselves, comparing different things like us with the sun or us with the star, us with the moon, stuff like that. So there were a few individuals who were Masons, who were mathematicians and astronomers and astrologers, but I mean nothing profound to the level of some type of secret that's going to extend your life or make you become ethereal or some type of secret knowledge or powerful information that's going to have you to cross through veils and levels. And no, no, not at all. Not at all. I just have to reiterate that. I got to reiterate that. So yeah, I'm sorry. Let's go ahead. Let's move on.
All right. Number 5, Obadiah O. Nee. Misconception.
All right, so he Obadiah responded by writing misconcept.
Oh,
and that's all right. Absolutely.
All right.
Well, we definitely are breaking that down. All right, let's go to the next one. I think next one's an answer. No, we can.
Number 6, Raheem Turner. If true, then there was no stolen legacy.
All right, you said. You see here. You understand that, Kanah? If it's true,
if it's true, and there's no stolen legacy. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, brother. I want to hear from you.
I'm just trying to get clarity on it. So, if it's true, if we are holding all of these truths and secrets in the whole
if you taught him, if you actually taught him, if you actually taught the truth,
the truth. Yes. If we're well, not necessarily okay. Yeah, if we're taught that in our rituals and our being brought up or whatever the case it is, then that means there is no stolen legacy. Then I would agree with that
because it's ours anyway. That's what I guess that's.
I'm assuming that. Yeah, so
I'm assuming that. I'm assuming that. That's all.
Yeah, so there is no stolen legacy. Yeah, if that's something that we're being taught, and I think he was probably agreeing, to the fact that, yeah, well, if that's the truth, if they are getting all of these secrets and the whole 9 yards, then if that's the case, then there's no stolen legacy. So, then yeah, so yeah. Realistically, we talk.
You want to fill some comments now, or you want to move on to and we'll fill some comments later on.
I mean, we can fill them later on. I want to see what's going on with if there's some more. What are because these are questions from last week. I'm gathering.
This is one when I posted. When I posted the post. When I developed the post, I got about at that time I had 20 comments and you and I chose the 6. I think you pretty much. That's it. Yeah, I didn't present them last week because I wanted to wait. I needed you. I thought it would be more effective.
Okay, you waited. Oh, okay.
I waited. Right.
All right. Okay. So what is it? Are there some more questions?
No, there aren't any more. We only chose 6 out of the 20.
Let's dig into what comments do we have? What comments do we have?
You see any comments on Israel?
Yeah, that's comments. Let's see. Masonry is ancient Moorish ancient Moorish custom.
Masonry is ancient Moorish custom.
It's it's an ancient Moorish culture. It's part of the culture. So yeah, I guess you could say that, but it's more of a it's the culture, and it's not the it's the way it's practiced. The way it's okay. Well, I'm gonna say yeah, with comments, and the yeah is it's a culture. It's ancient Moorish culture, but it is not in the way it's being practiced in the lodge. So the symbols are there, yes, but as far as the practice of the actual ancient culture, then no, it's not. It's not. As far as in the lodge is concerned, it's not. I wouldn't agree to that in the way it's being practiced. But as far as the symbols and the names of the different, just like I have this
You right?
Fed
You you read my mind. You read my mind. So there we got it. Yeah. So break that down. You got it. Yeah. You got on the fairs.
All right.
On
So
your fairs.
yeah, on my fairs,
Because that
right?
remember this is our birthright now. So now remember that doesn't belong to the Europeans.
It doesn't.
None
No,
of
it
that
does not.
belongs. Because because they took the scimitar and the Moorish scimitar and the crescent moon and the 5-pointed star and Sir Walter Fleming in 1870 or probably before then, because he actually started, and then he presented in that manner. That doesn't make it theirs. Please my brothers and sisters. It doesn't make it theirs.
And definitely not the
How
way
can
it's.
so because Walter Fleming did that, it now is now theirs. I'm just help me out. I mean, I don't know everything. I mean,
So yeah, I mean, realistically, no. You know what I'm saying? Just because somebody took it, you know what I'm saying? Somebody comes to your house, they steal your trophies. I won't go through the whole story about it, but and they steal your trophies, right? And they go ahead and they color it, they put some garland on it and stuff like that. They still keep your name now. They still keep your name. They keep pieces of your trophy, and then after that, they say, "All right." Well, they keep the whole trophy. They keep it intact because that is what the Albion did. He preserved our culture. But what happens is that is this. We'll get into the fez. So right now, he stole our fez, and he said, "Okay, I'm going to make it a shriner. I'm going to call it shrine." The Shriners. What he did is he stole the ball, he kicked the quarterback in the nuts, and then he stepped on his head. And we the quarterback, you know what I'm saying? Because what happened is he took our fez and he defaced our fez. He defaced our royal headdress that speaks of a noble. That part is true. But what he did is he said, in order for you, of whom I stole your culture from, in order for you to be considered a noble man or even a noble woman, is you got to come through me in order for you to get your nobility, in order for you to buy your your level of esteem and prestige. And then I'm going to throw some things on there. He know what he was doing, or maybe he did know what he was doing, right? And he got the star. He took the star because now we're talking about astronomy. We're talking about navigation. We're talking about timekeeping. We're talking about agriculture, things of that nature. He knew what he was doing with that. It's us that's in the lodge who today don't even understand what it is that's on our fez. Now we're told No, we're not. We're not told. The when we take a look at the quarter moon, we look at the quarter moon, and that quarter moon is talking about our harvest. It's talking about our planting. It's talking about the moon cycles of the woman. Is talking about the 28 moon cycles with the 28 menstrual cycles of the woman, and it's going into fertility, it's going into harvest, it's going into agriculture and things of that nature. It's going into a science. It's dealing with the navigation as far as the star is concerned. So, and then we start looking at the names, Kaaba, you know what I'm saying? El Depo, we go through all of these Arabic names. And what happens is he's saying, I got your stuff. I got to tie it down because I don't have all of the knowledge. So I'm tying it down, but I have the feds. And what I'm saying to you, by me having all of this other stuff on here, I've conquered you. I'm wearing it, and I'm calling you shrine because it's a burial ground. You are in a shallow grave. You've been hit in the head, taken on a westernly course, and you have been buried in a shallow grave, and you've been enshrined. You've been buried of your culture, of the knowledge of who you are. You can't even claim the right. You can't even speak your language. You don't know who you are. We're going to talk about navigation. We're going to talk about that, or we're going to put it on there. And he's doing it in mockery. I know you don't know what the star means. I know you don't know what the Eastern Star means. This is what the Albion is saying to you by having the feds and putting all of this on there. Now, for us, it is almost like an abomination, but for him, it's a mockery because he's saying, I got your stuff. And you got to come to me. If who's wearing feds? Ain't nobody. The majority of folks, even if we go back to the 1920s or 30s or whatever, the majority of us who are Moors who are wearing fezes, well, I won't say majority, but a lot of folks who were wearing fezes, who got into the fezes, they got into the fezes through the shrine, and they wore the shrine. I mean, they wore the fez, and they're like, oh man, now I'm a noble. But no, if you look at Abdullah's fez, that's the fez of the headdress of nobility, the statesman. That is who you are, right? But in that, you have to know the knowledge of who you are, your heritage. You have to know, I'm not saying your language and all of that and a whole bunch of math and science, but you have to at least know who you are. You have to know your culture. You have to know your heritage, your culture, just who you are. And the fact of the matter is, with the shrine, what happens again? You're buried in a shallow grave. You're enshrined. You don't know the knowledge. And he's not saying this to the Shriners and to the Masons. That's a sign to everybody. He's saying that to all Moors. I got your stuff. I got your name. I'm wearing your name. I am calling it nobles of the mystic shrine. But you don't know who you are. And that's why I can walk around and I can wear it and I can do it this way. And the only time you're going to pick it up is when you in the lodge. That's the only time I'm going to allow you to pick it up. And a lot of folks don't even pick it up, even within the lodge. But then those who are not in the lodge, so you mean you can't be a nobleman. You can't have your heritage. You can't have your birthright because you don't know who you are. It's still there, whether you ignorant of the fact or not. You're still for the Moors. You're a Moor. You have your birthright, your heritage. Your headdress is the fez, right? You still go by these particular names, but as the headdress, it's like you wearing a suit. When you put on a suit or a tuxedo, just look at this example. And if somebody goes ahead and takes some paint, when I just talk about just throw it all over you, this isn't just thrown together haphazardly. But if they go ahead and take a brush, a paintbrush, and start painting on your tuxedo, and they say, I am free. I wear red. I am important. If somebody put that on your Gucci or I don't know all of these Italian names, put it on there on your tuxedo, you'd be mad. You'd be ready to kill somebody because you're looking like, wait a minute, you just defaced my expensive garment. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what's happening here as a Moor. This is your birthright. This headdress is your birthright. This is who you are. You are a noble, not because you joined the organization, but because it is through consanguinity. It's through your parentage. It's through your heredity. It's through your birthright. You know, it's through your DNA. This is yours. This is ours. You know, but not the way it is, the way Abdullah's, you know, has his. But there's information. I just want you to understand, since we got on it, what's happening. He has your name, you know, and he put it in the organization saying the only way you're going to get it is if you come through the organization. And then when you get it, we're not even going to teach you about what it is. We still not going to tell you what it is. You just going to wear it and still be ignorant of the fact. So I hope that sheds some light. I know it answered the question and probably did a little bit more, but I hope it sheds some light.
Yeah, hey, that's why I need you, brother. That's why I need it. I said, hey, you know, I need El Kanah because he's gonna add tremendous value to this.
Right. Yep.
All right. Is there another one? This is good, man.
Let's see. Let's see. Somebody said, y'all brothers talking about the wrong. We need to be discussing the setting mall.
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that, Israel. Your brothers are talking about the wrong.
Talking about the wrong. SH. You know, we need to be discussing the setting mall. MAUL.
The setting MAUL.
Right.
MAUL.
I don't know if that. Can you look that up? You know.
Hold on.
The wooden hammer used by operative masons to set the stones in the proper positions of the mortar.
Say again. I can barely hear you.
So the setting maul is a wooden hammer used by operative masons to set the stones in their proper positions in the mortar.
Well, we are. Hey, El Kanah, where'd he go? We are talking about that. Like we're talking about building. You know, we're talking about astronomy. We El Kanah in his piece on his time on Moorish Monday has talked about, you know, the
I don't know if it's gonna be clear enough, but that's
all right. That's what it is.
Yeah.
All right, I got you. Oh, all right, I seen that.
All right.
So he's talking stonemasonry. So we need to. I said, remember, he mentioned that we're talking about the wrong thing. So that's the first part. The first part of the statement is that we're talking about the wrong thing. That we need to talk about the setting moral. Well, we're talking about the wrong thing. The presentation is the topic for the day is truth or misconception? Are quote unquote Black Masons and Eastern Stars taught the astronomy and mathematics of Masonic symbols of history, birthright, and nationality? That's today's topic. So we're talking about the wrong thing. Well, we're on topic, and we have this, and El-Kanah has done a great job since September, of explaining the mathematical and astronomical function or what they call Masonic symbols. He's done on my Facebook Live, done my page. It's more now stonemasonry. You know, we haven't talked about stonemasonry, but we talked about the astronomy and mathematics. So, talking about the wrong thing, I don't get that, because we're on the topic. We've stayed on topic for the past hour and 20 minutes. So, but we need to talk about stonemasonry. How would our, because that's stonemasonry. Yeah, I know that. Yes. Like, how would our talk about stonemasonry, like how would our talk about stonemasonry elevate our people? I mean, we're gonna need some stonemasons, but I'm saying we don't know who we are. They don't. The brothers and sisters don't even know that what they call Masonic symbols are actually measurement tools and devices, and they're actually their birthright. Yeah. Let's go to the next one.
All right. Someone said, "Thank you, bro, El-Kanah, for being bluntly honest."
Yeah, no doubt.
Someone says, "I can visualize this." Another one says, "No one has a question." Here's a question: Why you're not teaching Kemetic knowledge?
We are all right. The word chemistry comes from Kemetic. The word Kemetic. I'm hicking up again. This is Kemetic knowledge. We are teaching Kemetic knowledge. So why aren't we teaching Kemetic knowledge? All right, so the story of El-Kanah talked about Jesus dying on the cross, the Son. Well, you have Haru. So and the name Jesus is Kemetic in origin. The name Jesus, the IA, IO, the bilateral root system. I'm explaining that we are talking. The bilateral root system. I mean, two letters. IA, IO, IU, IE. All right. So Jesus is not in origin English or Greek. All right. So it's Chaldean, Phoenician, Egyptian, Babylonian. So we are talking Kemetic. I guess he or she doesn't know what Kemetic knowledge is. I think I can assume that, because he or she doesn't recognize that we are talking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, next one.
All right. If the shrine was started in 1871-76, but Shriners Hospital was started until 1920, what was the shrine's original purpose and objective?
Well, El-Kanah did a great job. So let's look at the etymology. So great question. And El-Kanah actually answered the question. the etymology of the word shrine. So remember, they chose the name. They chose the name shrine. That's all right. So why use the word? Why use the word that means bookcase? The etymology of the word shrine will reveal their true purpose. Al-Kanan did a great job in explaining it, so I'm now giving you the etymology of the word shrine. Bookcase. What do you do with a bookcase? What's place? You store what? Books. So bookcase is a storehouse of what? Knowledge. A storehouse of information. You put books. I'm looking at my bookcase right now. I got books on my bookcase. So what? It's what? What is it doing? It's storing what? Knowledge. It's storing information. So as Al-Kanan broke it down, they enshrined or preserved, taking our culture as their own. And what they do is they enshrined it. You know what I mean? What? The fast, the name, Moorish name, all right, crescent moon, 5-pointed star, which represents the 8-year Earth and Venus alignment, the shrunken head with the cobra head. They enshrined the word.
The mystic order of the belt. El-Kanan's. Hold on, take over. El-Kanan's calling me. You hear me? El-Kanan's calling me.
All right. Yeah. Can you share the screen real quick, Brother Hank? Brother Hank. Well, we have a trust and contractual legal safeguard. You know, there's a trust and contractual legal safeguards course coming soon. This 12-week course provides an in-depth exploration of trusts, contracts, and the legal mechanisms that safeguard them. Our course, Master Trust Functions, discover the role of a trust protector, intellectual property law, demystify signers and assignees, understand power of attorney, navigate licensing, leading, and renting, strengthen your contracts. Duration, 12 weeks. The starting date, there's a new date. The new date is Saturday, May 10th, 2025. So that's a new date. The original date was March. The new date is May 10th, 2025. It'll last from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Format 100% online with live questions and answers, or with live question and answer sessions. Tuition $299, 299 notes and 99 cents. For more info, call Brother Abdullah Bey at 215-300-5471. You can also contact him by email at etymologyvocabulary@gmail.com. And also, we have a legal workshop coming February 15th. So come learn legal remedies today. Protect your legal rights. Legal workshop.
Israel, can you see me?
Oh, shoot. Yeah.
Now you good. Yeah, you good. You back on?
Yep. And also,
Okay.
February 15th. We're good.
Come learn remedies today. Protect your legal rights. Legal workshop.
What's going on with the?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen. Yeah.
He's frozen though. I mean, he's
Okay.
Yes.
You good? Say something out, Kanah.
Yeah, I got I didn't want to hold my phone.
Yeah, you frozen, brother. I mean, you
came out.
Yeah, you gotta.
And you got to.
It's bad. You got bad signal. You gotta turn you on your phone. Just turn your phone off and restart your phone. You gotta restart your phone. That's. You got to restart your. All right, say something now.
It's muted.
Unmute your phone. I mean, unmute. Yeah, you're muted. All right, what's the next? You're muted, brother. We have a slow. What's the next? We're probably going to end. All right, so you finished. You read the advertisement.
Yeah, I was reading some of it, but I don't know what was going on. It was skipping on my side too.
Yeah, you were skipping on your side. You're good now.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, he's frozen. He can't. Yeah. You're finished reading the advertisement.
All right, so
it started.
More education and enrichment training presents. Come learn legal remedies today, protecting your rights. Legal workshop from 12 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. February 15th, 2025. Free to the public. Free refreshments.
Can you show that on the screen or no? No.
Yeah, brother Hank has to bring the screen in, I think. Or do I?
Oh, I got you. All right. Kanah. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna end then because he can't. We pretty much done. We've gone for an hour 40 minutes.
Right.
So just finish reading that up and we'll wrap it up.
All right. So where Marksbury Family Branch Library, 2197 Versailles Road, Lexington, Kentucky, 40504. Have you ever been falsely accused? Have you ever been falsely arrested? Have you ever had your children taken from you? Learn your rights to prevent the above from happening. Hosted by Yisrael Bey, myself, and an in-depth study with King L. Bey. Yisrael Bey, founder of Word Step Study Group. King L. Bey, founder of Moorish Union of Sovereign Tribes. How to protect yourself from CPS, from debt collectors, from judgments, and many more. Utilize strategy, protect personal assets, counterclaims, protect civil liberties. Sponsored by Abdullah L. Talib Mosley Bey, founder of the Moorish Civil Letter, and author of Moors and Masonry. You can get his books from www.moorsandmasonry.org. And El Patah, founder of MEET, MEET. That's More Education and Enrichment Training. And you can check his website out at meetinc.org. So METTINC.org.
Go back to the can you put the course flyer up so people can see it?
Yeah.
All right, good. At least they can get a visual on it. All right, so as we know, we have a new date. As Israel read, New date, new start date, Saturday, May 10th, 2025. Everything else remains the same. You want to read that again, Israel?
Yeah, trust and contractual legal safeguards. This 12-week course provides an in-depth exploration of trusts, contracts, and the legal mechanisms that safeguard them. Our course, Master Trust Functions. Discover the role of a trust protector. Intellectual property law. Demystify assigners and assignees. Understand power of attorney. Navigate licensing, leading, and renting. Strengthen your contracts, and much more. Duration, 12 weeks. Start date, Saturday, May 10th, 2025, from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Format, 100% online with live Q&A sessions. Tuition, 299 notes and 99 cents. Moroccan Post for the people.
Wow.
For more information, contact Brother Abdullah Bey at 215-300-5471. You can also contact him via email at etymologyvocabulary@gmail.com.
All right, we got El Kanah back, so we'll continue. He's back. El Kanah, come on now. What you doing, brother? All right, so we'll continue. We was about to wrap and end because So now you back on. What are you doing?
I can hear you.
But I'm saying, put your video on. Oh man, what? All right, we'll wait one more minute. See if we can get back on. All right, so once again, for my books, y'all, go to mooresandmasonry.org for Moors and Masonry Part 1, Moors and Masonry Part 2, How Venus and Moon Rule, Etymology and Vocabulary, Etymology and Vocabulary Supplementary 1, Masonic Compass and Square, and the Connection to Measurement and Timekeeping, and Illuminati and Illumination of the Mind. Go to mooresandmasonry.org. I always want to give a shout out to my man, Brother Hank, for offering this platform to me 13 months ago. 13, I think it's my 14th month. So I have next week, Crip Jesus. We actually, Crip Jesus was so kind for us to switch with us. All right. So Crip Jesus will be next week. I have to get his title tomorrow. He will be with us next week. That's then I have I don't know who I have after that right now. I think that's right. You're all right. Israel and I will be presenting. Yes, that's it. Yeah, it's so because we actually no. Israel and I will be presenting the third Monday. And then the fourth Monday, we have Cosmo Il. Cosmo Il of the Grand Sheik of the Moorish Science Temple. He will be presenting. He'll be in New York that week. And he'll be on Moorish Monday on the fourth Monday, which is February 24th. Cosmo Il.
So
so that's the line.
Then we switch with King.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Right.
King will be.
Oh, that's right. We'll have King Al Bey. Yeah, that's right. So King. Yes, I have to remind King. Yeah, we'll have King Al Bey. All right. Yes.
Monday.
So King Al Bey will be the third Monday then.
Right. Yeah.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
All right. So El Kanah is not back with us, so we're just going to end. Thank you. Till next week. All right. Once again, please like, subscribe if you haven't done so. Magnets Crystal Pyramid YouTube page. Please share this video, like this video, subscribe to the page. Thank you again. Peace, everyone.